everybody, this is Bing McJ2. I want to invite you all to my YouTube channel. Feel free to subscribe. For those who have not subscribed, leave a comment, and also you can also like the video. So today I want to talk about the Gen Z, the Generation Z. Who are these Generation Z? Generation Z, or the Gen Z as it's commonly referred to, are a cohort of people who are born roughly between the mid-1990s and the early 2010. They are characterized by growing up with the digital technology and the internet from a very young age, making them highly familiar with the social media, the smartphones, the rapid information exchange. All this, the Gen Zs are born knowing all that. So the Gen Z is also known for their progressive views on social issues and emphasis on inclusivity and diversity. So, why the Gen Z? This generation is distinguished by its unique experiences and also characteristics. Number one, digital natives. When I say digital natives, I mean that this generation, that is the Generation Z, has grown up with internet, smartphone, and social media as their integral parts of their daily life. And this also influences how they communicate, learn, and also consume media. Yeah, the digital natives. So the second one is this generation tends to prioritize inclusivity and diversity, being more open to different cultures, identities, and perspectives. Yeah, this is all what I call diverse and inclusive. Diverse and inclusive. So the third point is the social conscious. These people are socially conscious. Yes, very alert and conscious about anything to do with their social being. Generation B is generally more aware of and concerned about social issues such as the mental health, social justice, and also the climate change. They are very alert on all these issues, and we can't just take them for granted. They are very alert. Yeah, the fourth one is economic challenges. They are facing economic uncertainties, which include student loan debts and competitive job market. Yes, a very competitive job market, which influences their career choices and financial labor. Their financial behavior. So those two things are influenced by all that we say the job market. These factors contribute to why they are called the Gen Zs, and highlight the distinctive aspects of their experience compared to the previous generations like us, the Gen X, the baby boomers, the millennials, all those. Yeah. So here are some of the additional aspects of Generation Z, which we have to consider. Number one, the technology integration. This Generation Z is highly I can say they are highly adaptive with technology. Sharp. Mention this, they know. Something concerning technology, they are there. They know it. They are very highly adaptive to technology and often expect seamless integration of the digital tools in various aspects of life, from education to shopping, name it. it is all about technology and Gen Z. Okay. So, the second one we should consider is education and learning styles. Yeah, the education and learning styles. We, the generations X, we liked going to class, but these guys, online. Online is the in thing for them, and they value practical and hands-on experiences. And with that, they also consider online. Anything to do with online, they are in for it. But with all that, we can say they are very much hands-on. Hands-on in anything, practical. Okay, and their education and self-directed learning methods over they prefer the online education and self-directed learning methods, which they prefer more than the traditional way. When I mean the traditional way, I mean the traditional classes, classroom learning, and traditional classroom settings. They prefer online, and they will do much better than when you take them to a classroom, because as we have said, they are born with the technology being there, the smartphones, the internet. So everything to them is online, and that way they would really do everything perfectly. Yeah, so that is Gen Z for you. The other one is mental health awareness. Mental health is a significant concern for Gen Z, and they are more likely to openly discuss and help, and also seek help for mental health issues compared to the previous generations. Yeah. We earlier had said their mental health awareness is on alert. So we should also, embrace them on that line, and also support them on that line. So the fourth one is consumer behavior. They tend to favor brands that are authentic and ethical and also transparent. They are also influenced by peer recommendations and online reviews more than the traditional way of advertising, where you go advertising things on billboards and to them. Once their peers recommend something to them, I think it has a lot of force and a lot of influence than whatever they'll hear on the TV or on radio. That's how I think. The traditional advertising, how it used to happen during our days. Yeah. So to them, they would prefer the online way. And when their peers recommend something for them. So the other thing is the political and social activism. This generation is often engaged in activism, using social media to organize and advocate for causes they care about, such as the environmental sustainability, the social justices. We've seen that in our country. Yeah, they're active on that, and that's what they embrace. The political and social activism, they're up in arms in that. Yeah, so when we understand when we understand all these facets, this can provide insight into Gen Z's values and the preferences. Okay, yeah. So we have to understand all that so that we can be in line with this generation Z. So now, let's see Generation Z versus others, including me. Yes, Generation Z versus the other generations. Let's see the differences between the two. So, when we compare Generation Z with other generations, e.g. the millennials, the Generation Z, that is the X, sorry, and the baby boomers, the highlights key differences in their values, in their behaviors, and their experiences. So, let's see. The first one is technology. I know some of you are now laughing because some of us knew technology sometime after we had already grown a bit older. So, let's see technology with Generation Z. We've said they are digital natives, and they are very comfortable with technology, social media, and instant communication. That is for the Generation Z. For the millennials, they've adapted to technology as it evolved, and they are comfortable with both the digital and the traditional media. Let's come to Generation X. Generation X. They witnessed the rise of personal computers and the internet. They are very comfortable with technology, but not as immersed as the younger generation. Yeah, okay, we accept technology, yes, but we can do without it. Yeah, when it comes, no problem. When it is not there, no problem. We are comfortable that way. So that is Generation X. Let's look at the baby boomers. Baby boomers. The baby boomers, they experience technology as an adult, with many adapting to digital tools later in life. You've heard that? They adapted to technology when they were adults. Okay, those are our parents, our grandparents. Yeah, so you find that when you get them a new phone, you have to sit down with them, you have to show them everything, do everything for them, set everything for them, and then you let them go. Not like the Gen Zs and the millennials. Once they get a new phone or a laptop or a computer, they don't need to be told 1, 2, 3. They know. I don't know how, but they know, and they are good to go. Generation X, we are there. Okay, yes. So now, that's the difference on technology. Let's see the other one. Yes, now the second one is on work and career. Work and career for our Generation Z. Let's see. The Generation Z, they value job stability, but also they seek purpose and flexibility. They prefer remote work. They prefer to work remotely and entrepreneurial opportunities. You've seen that? I've seen. Yeah, they prefer working remotely. They are there, you know, being entrepreneurs. They are top notch. That is the Gen Z. For the millennials, they are focused on work-life balance and meaningful work. They are prone to job hopping for career advancement. Okay, they hop from one job to the other. These are the millennials. Let's see now the Generation X. The Generation X, they value stability and job security. and they often balance career and family responsibilities. They balance work, career, and family responsibilities. That is Generation X. Let's look at our baby boomers. They prioritized career advancement and long-time job security. They often stay with one employer for many years until they go for their retirement. Those are the baby boomers. Okay, now you've seen on work and career, the Gen Zs, the millennials, the Gen X, the baby boomers on their work and career. You've seen the people who hop around. You've seen the people who stay in one career or one job for a long time. You've seen the people who prefer working remotely, entrepreneurs. You've seen them. Let's look at the social issues. So, the Generation Z. They highly engage with social justice, climate change, and mental health awareness. I had mentioned that before, but those are the things they like engaging most at: the climate change, the mental health awareness, and the social justice. Comrade power. They are there singing Comrade power. Those are the Generation Z. The millennials. They are also socially conscious, but may prioritize different issues like economic opportunity and healthcare. Yeah, those are the millennials for you. Let's look at the Generation X. Generally, they are more pragmatic. And when I mean pragmatic, I mean they focus on what works best in practice rather than what might be ideal or theoretical. That's the word pragmatic for you. They are more practical and maybe less outspoken on social issues compared to the younger generation. When we talk about now, when we come to social issues with Generation X, they tend to, okay, they might speak, but you need to get it out forcefully or in another way out of them. But they are less outspoken on social issues. It's not like the other generation, the millennials and the Generation Z. Now, let's look at our baby boomers. They are typically more conservative in social issues. Social views, conservative. They are less engaged with some contemporary social issues. When the millennials and the Generation Zs are there talking about some social issues, the conservatives are like, hiya, why are these ones talking like that? Don't they know? Can they just, Okay, that's the baby boomers. Okay, they like being conservative on some issues. When, if I can give an example, when the Generation Zs, the millennials, even Generation X are talking openly about sex, where this generation called baby boomers are, they just feel not comfortable at all, because to them that is something that was discussed behind the curtains, not openly. Okay, so those are the baby boomers for you. The fourth one is on communication. Let's see the Generation Z. The Generation Z, they prefer digital communication. This includes social media, messaging apps, and the multimedia. Whereas the millennials, they are comfortable with both the digital and the traditional forms of communication, including emails and texting. Generation X, they balance between digital communication and traditional methods. Okay, let me give you my friend a call. That's how they like it. The traditional methods more. Or, okay, 50-50, traditional and digital communication. That is the Generation X. Our baby boomers, they prefer more traditional communication methods. For example, face-to-face. In Swahili, we say ana kwa ana, face-to-face interaction, and phone calls. So, when you tell them, no, let's text them, they say no. I prefer talking to them face-to-face. So, those are the baby boomers. They prefer, that's how they prefer their communication, face-to-face, the traditional way. Okay, the millennials, they are comfortable with both the digital and the traditional. The Gen X, they balance between digital and traditional. Hey, our Gen Zs, they prefer the digital communication. And we have to respect them for that, the digital communication. So, let's see what's next. Now, the fifth one is consumer behavior. Yes, consumer behavior. Let's see how our Generation Zs behave on this consumer behavior issue. The Generation Z, they favor brands that are authentic and socially responsible. They are influenced heavily by online reviews and social media. You've gotten me? Online reviews and social media. So that is what influences this Generation Z on consumer behavior. Okay, so our millennials, they value brand experiences and social responsibility, and they also are influenced by online and offline marketing. Either can do for them. It's not a must they stick to the online thing. No, they can either be off or online. Our Generation X, they are more brand loyal and may prioritize quality and practicality over brand values. Okay. They are more brand loyal and may prioritize quality and practicality over brand values. Yeah, those are the Generation X. So, our baby boomers, they often value the brand reputation and consumer service, and they are less influenced by online reviews. Whether the reviews are there or not, it doesn't influence them at all. Okay, so they are, they like that value brand reputation. That value, it's the one for me. you know, the one, you know, which has been there, not something that has just come and they don't know. So whatever has been there and they've used it, they know how it is, that's what they'll go with. So these comparisons compare, they reflect the varying influences and experiences, and also and also that shape, they also shape each of the generation's attitude and behaviors. Yeah, these comparisons, you see, you'll now know with this it's for Generation Z, with this is for baby boomers, millennials, Generation Z. So the comparisons, they just they reflect varying influences and experiences that shape each generation's attitudes and behaviors. Sawa sawa. So those are the comparisons. There are about 5 of them. Sorry for the ones you can just now see how we the X's, the Z's, the millennials, the baby boomers, how they the comparisons influence each group. Okay, so let's see how we treat our Generation Z. Now, since we have known or we've compared ourselves with them, let's see how we can treat them. What I can say, treating Generation Z effectively, it involves understanding their unique characteristics and preferences. Yeah, you just have to understand. The key word there is understanding. Because without understanding, you can never cope with them. Just understand their characteristics, their experiences, and you're good to go. Actually, you'll just flow. You'll just flow. And you won't be saying, oh, me, this Generation Z. Generation Z. No. You'll just feel comfortable and flow with them because you've just understood them. So, let's see some of the key approaches that we have to see, and we have to treat our Generation Z's. So the first one is we have to embrace technology. We've seen these people, they were born when technology was there. Okay, they were born when smartphones, internet, everything was there. So what else will we have to do? We have to embrace that technology. Okay, number 1, the communication bit. We have to use digital channels like the social media, the messaging apps, and emails to communicate and be responsive and available online. Because that is what the Gen Zs are. So we have to up their game. And we have to be with them so that we understand them even more. So that is the communication bit. The other one is, the second one is, we have to value authenticity. We have to value that. And the first one in that line of authenticity is transparency. You have to be transparent whatsoever. And in transparency, you have to be honest and open in interactions. You have to avoid misleading information and or claims that are exaggerated. You have to be you don't have to exaggerate something. Just talk it as it is. Be authentic. Okay. Don't mislead people. Don't bring misleading information. Okay. So, the second point on valuing authenticity is genuine engagement. In genuine engagement, we have to engage them in a sincere manner. Just sincerity. It's the key word. You engage them, sincerely, and that way you'll flow with them. Don't beat about the bushes, just be sincere, and they'll appreciate it. The Generation Z. And you'll find they're not complicated. It's you who is complicated, not them. Okay, so the other one is you have to support inclusivity. That is, you have to promote and practice inclusivity by ensuring that diversity and representations are reflected in your communication and also your services. Okay, support inclusivity. Don't just, I don't know which is the other word to put there. Inclusivity on point. Okay, so we've seen we have to support them inclusivity. The fourth point is we have to focus on mental health by having open dialogues and be supportive of mental health issues. You've gotten me. Focus on mental health by having an open dialogue. Not closed one, open. When you have an open dialogue with Gen Z, I don't know what else you want. You'll just be there with them, having an open dialogue, talking A, B, C, D, them talking their D, C, Z, Fs, and you come to a conclusion, right? And you just support their mental health issues. Once you do that, you won't have any issues with this Generation Z. As simple as that. Okay, let's see the other point. The other point is, the fifth point is, we have to offer flexibility. Flexibility, we have to offer them. And when I say we have to offer flexibility, in the work environment, we have to offer flexible working conditions. For example, flexible hours and even remote working options. You can tell them, you can work from this hour to this hours. You can work remotely at home. Just be flexible with them, and you'll see the wonders they'll do for you if you are the employer. Okay, but just offer them flexibility. Just be flexible with them, and they'll be good to go. The other one is you have to provide opportunities for personal and professional development for them. This includes learning experiences and align with their interests and also their goals. Yeah, you just provide them those opportunities so that they can also progress if they need to progress. And you'll see the outcome of all this. And that is why I'm saying we have to offer flexibility to them. It's not that they are rigid, no. But once we are flexible, once we just flex everything, we'll be on the right track with them. Okay, the sixth one is we have to foster social responsibility. When I say fostering social responsibility, the generation Z, they value individuals who contribute positively to society, and also they can be engaged in initiatives or even projects that support social good and allow them to make a difference. Just engage in them, in small projects or even in big projects, and you'll see how they'll be, because we say they're practical. And when somebody is does things practically, it's good to engage them in so many things, in initiatives or even projects, and you see the wonders they will do. So they just value people who contribute positively to the society. Yeah, you just be a positive person to the society, you're in good terms with the Generation Z. Sawa. So the other one is personalized experiences. Personalized experiences. The first point here is customization. Okay, when I say customization, this is you have to tailor your approach to meet their specific needs. Simple. You tailor your approach and you'll meet their specific needs. The other one is feedback. They like feedback. So actively seek and act on their feedback to improve and adapt. You are good to go with them. You are good to go with them. In personalized experiences, you just it is just customization and feedback. Those two things, you are good to go. Once you are done with that, I don't see why you'll have issues with the Generation Z. Okay, so by aligning to these approaches, you will build positive relationships and effectively engage with the Generation Z personally and professionally. Those 7 approaches, you'll just be good to go with them. Okay, you'll just have to engage effectively with them once you follow those approaches. So with that, let's see how we can support our Generation Z, because this generation needs a lot of support from us, the older generation, the baby boomers, the millennials, and also the Generation X. So let's see how we can support the Gen Zs. So how can we support our Generation Z, the Gen Zs? Yeah, supporting Generation Z involves addressing their unique challenges and leveraging their strengths. Let's see some of the key ways to provide support. The first one, mental health resources. We have to offer access to mental health resources and support systems as this generation faces high levels of stress and anxiety. Mental health resources. We've seen they suffer a lot from stress and anxiety, so we have to support them with that, the mental health resources, so that they can feel that there are people surrounding them. They are not left alone. The second one is career guidance. We have to provide career counseling and internship opportunities to help them navigate their career paths, and develop skills. Without that guidance, will they really have to develop any skills? If you don't provide them internship, if you don't provide them counseling, you are just leaving them. They are just lost. Okay, so we just need to counsel them. We just need to provide them with internships so that, they can know how to navigate their career paths, and then their skills are developed. So we have to assist them on career guidance. The other one is financial literacy. We have to educate them on financial management, which includes budgeting, saving, investing, Okay, as this will help them manage their finances effectively. Without financial management, surely, they won't know how to go about their finances once they get a lot of money. Okay, so they need some financial literacy. The other one is education and training. We have to ensure access to quality education and vocational training that aligns with their interest and evolving job market is done. So, if we don't we don't ensure that they have quality education or training, what are we doing? Are we really supporting them? Are we really supporting them? So let's just support them so that, and we have to support them with with their interest and also the job market that is around us. Yeah, so that they can, once they graduate and go outside there, they can get jobs that are aligned to their interests. Right. So the other one is technology and innovation. We have to support their engagement with technology, because we say these guys have been born with technology being there. So we have to support their engagement with technology and innovation, including providing tools and platforms that facilitate learning and creativity. These guys are creative. They can create something from nothing. Okay, so we have to support them. We support their creativity, not blocking. When they come up with something, we don't tell them no. Just support them. There's a way you as an older person can support their creativity and their learning. Okay, so the other one is social and environmental issues. We have to encourage and support their involvement in social and environmental causes. This Generation Z often cares deeply about these issues. So, if you find that the Generation Z that is around you, they like anything to do with social things or environmental things, support. Okay, just support them and they'll be good to go. The seventh one is diverse perspectives. Diverse perspectives. So we have to promote an environment that values and includes diverse perspectives, which is important to the Generation Z. The eighth and the last one is work-life balance. We have to foster work environments that respect their desire for work-life balance and flexible working arrangements. We've gotten all that right. So we have to support them in everything they do. The mental health resources, the career guidance, the financial literacy, the education and training, the technology and innovation, the social and environmental issues, the diverse perspectives, and the work-life balance. We just need to support them 100%. And that way, we won't go wrong with our Generation Z. So, by supporting the Generation Z effectively, it means we have to understand their values and provide opportunities that align with their goals and challenges. That's the only thing we need to do. Nothing more, nothing less. We just have to understand their values and provide opportunities that align with their goals and challenges. So, my parting shot here is to to effectively connect with the Generation Z or the Gen Z, it is crucial to blend technology and authenticity, respect their values, and stay responsive to their needs, and understanding and adapting to their unique perspectives, which can foster meaningful relationships and successful interactions. That's all we need to do. Okay. I'm so thankful that you've listened to me, and we've all seen who the Gen Zs are, what are their experiences and their characteristics, and we've compared the Generation Z with other generations, and we've seen how the comparisons are, and we've seen how we can support our Generation Z. So with all that presentation that I've given you, I think you now understand who the Generation Zs are and how you can handle them and how you can support them. What I can say is, thank you for listening to me, and please just subscribe, like, and leave a comment down there below. And remember, it's always good to give a listening ear. You'll never go wrong. Ciao.